Love it. Love that. This is weird. I haven't done this in a while. My name is Nicola, and I'm a filmmaker. I went to college and university to study film for 5 years, and it's been like almost a year since I graduated. So, hi. One of the last things that I did at university was a podcast, and our challenge, which we had to accept or we would fail university, was to create 4 episodes of a podcast that you would have to create, like the concept, record, and edit. The suns came out. Ooh. So my podcast was a game. The game was I would read a non-spoiler synopsis that I wrote, which involved like changing maybe the POV of a character or something. And the viewers or the listeners, the one guy listening, which was the lecturer, had to guess what the film was through that. These episodes had to be 5 minutes long, and when I made mine and edited it and everything, it turned out to be 3 minutes long. So I was like, what the hell am I gonna do? So I put my pointless thoughts of the movie in at the end, but I also put a fake sponsor at the beginning of the episodes, which also acted as clues to the film I'm talking about. Today, I'm gonna read out all of these, there's only 4 of these sponsors. These fake sponsors. You can guess with me, even though I know you can guess. The first one, let's read it out.
Bear in mind I wrote and recorded all of these at 3 in the morning in sheer panic of not having enough minutes. Enjoy-X.
This podcast is sponsored by the company Parfaits and Cakes Galore. You choose the flavours for your parfaits and or cakes, and Nick Cage will be given a package to deliver to your doorstep. It might be a cake, or it might be something else. We don't know. Pick up your options now, everywhere and online, and not at your safest local supermarket. Enjoy the episode. The fact that I said about the film after we found out the film was that Nick Cage was going to voice this title character. It's Shrek! I can't believe Nick Cage was going to voice Shrek at one point. Can you imagine? My lecturer in his notes when he was marking this said that I sounded very happy when I said that fact. It's because I'm a fan of Nick Cage and Shrek. If you don't like Shrek, I want you to just get out of my house. Okay, the next one is a very overrated movie, in my opinion. That means nothing. This episode of Film Clue podcast is sponsored by money. There is lots of it in the world, but you need the good old-fashioned real rich money that those poor folks don't even have. It can get you anywhere across the world, especially when there's a pandemic. Don't forget the parties. Pick up your local money today. And remember, it's okay to steal. This was pre-UK government Partygate scandal. Did I predict it? The film is Titanic. Overrated, but iconic. Ooh, that should have been the tagline. The next one makes no sense. This episode of Film Clue podcast is sponsored by Frank Sinatra. Frank and I are very good friends and has recently reached out to me personally through the Ouija board. He loves a shout out on anything that might give him a mention. So, hi Frank, how's hell? And you can visit hell today on travel.com. That one makes no sense to the film that it actually is for. It's a Christmas movie. It's Die Hard. It's a Christmas movie. There's a big debate. I won't go into it. A Frank Sinatra song is in Die Hard. But my fact relating to this stupid thing was Bruce Willis. His first movie was with Frank Sinatra. How would you know that? The last one is my favourite one. Let's go. This episode of Film Clue Podcast is sponsored by the colour red. Red goes with anything. Scars, eyes, under eyes. Pick yourself up and drop yourself down to achieve the perfect red shade today. So, what character is red? Is that racist? It's Deadpool! He's my favourite superhero. I remember I said in the podcast that my friend and I went to go and see it on Valentine's Day when we were both single, and then we liked the colour red. I think it was the only time that fake sponsorship worked.
Sure, Jan.
It makes no sense! So yeah, that was all the ones. Did you guess? Does this make sense? No? I'm trying to film things again. I've just found my tripod again. You were on the Canon camera bag for a good minute, and then I was like, oh, I know where it is. Anyway. Smash some subscribes. Goodbye.